Welcome back, everyone, to Milk and Honey. This is episode 16. We should have had 16 candles up in here.
We should
I
have.
know. But you know what? You know who has 16 candles typically are high school students. And we haven't been one of those in a long time. And we're about to get to, it's mid-August, back to school. So we're going to be telling you a lot of our school stories. But beforehand, I'm Kayla Becker. And this is...
And I'm Vanessa Curry.
Yes. So, wow. I think I've learned a lot about each other, about our school days.
Yes.
The playground where I spent most of my days.
Are we going to start singing Fresh Prince right now?
Rapping. Yes. Favorite show ever. But yes, it's mid-August already. I still have school-age siblings. I know you have a niece who's like 9 years old.
Yes.
So everyone's getting ready to go back to school, which when I was growing up, that was the most dreaded time for me.
Same. The only thing I honestly liked about going back to school was getting new clothes.
Okay. Yeah.
No offense, school. School is great.
All the offense. We hated you, school.
But I was not a fan of school.
There are plenty of kids.
My niece is a fan of school. She loves it. And so I'm like, good for you.
Well, and we're going to get to maybe the whys behind that in the show. But like, listen, we were in elementary school and it was an entirely different world. Kids these days had no idea what it was like growing up in school in the 90s and the early 2000s and the mid 2000s. Like today's students are doing homework on iPads. No one's getting scoliosis from carrying heavy book bags anymore. I know you're dealing with cyberbullying nowadays. Thank God we didn't, but we dealt with like actual bullies. Like, you watch the old school movies like Mean Girls and, 16 can
or 13.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that movie?
Like 13 going on 30?
No, 13. The movie 13. If you have not watched it, you need to go watch it.
But like bullying is like
yes.
And that's the thing. We were bullied. Like our lunch money actually got stolen. I got pushed against the lockers. There were fights in the playground, and that was what it was like back then. At least for me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I got into my fair share of situations.
We played dodgeball.
Then Red Rover. Like, do they still play that game?
We are jumping into this way quicker than I thought. You want to talk about the game that we played on the playground that messed all of us up as adults and having identity crises and dealing with not being wanted? Why am I dismissive of one? I don't know. Because I was the last motherfucking person that they chose on Red Rover. Red Rover. Like, Kayla, come over. Never heard that. It was like, oh, game over. Game over, Red Rover.
And Kayla's still standing there.
I'm still here. And that's what I want you all to know. I'm still here.
I'm still here.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
That's a hot start.
Yeah. Obviously, we are very triggered. We're going to take a deep breath. Just one.
Okay. I'm going to take a sip of my water.
Yes.
So that's what's in this cup.
It's
water.
Ice water.
Okay.
Oh, so refreshing.
Back down. Okay. Let's talk about you for, we had very different school upbringings. You were, and boys, get your mind out of the gutter. She was a little Catholic schoolgirl.
Yes, I sure was.
Like short skirt and everything? Okay, was that so inappropriate?
No, are you joking? I would get in trouble for...
Did you double roll your skirt?
I would triple roll my skirt. And then when we got checked... by our teachers by our teachers or the nuns, like it'd have to be like a finger, your middle finger, it'd have to be like that length. Then we'd all roll them down. But yes, of course, I rolled my skirt like 3 times so that when I would bend over, you'd see my shorts.
Of course.
Obviously, I wore shorts.
Like little bloomer shorts.
Yeah, little like booty shorts. Yeah.
Isn't it funny, like, and I want to get into this thing, but isn't it funny now, like, kids go to school in crop tops and like I feel like dress codes are kind of like out there. I mean, you went to a Catholic school, but the public school system was just as strict, at least the one I went to. For sure. And it's funny now, I see like my little niece go out, I'm like, you got to pull your shirt down. It's like, no, this is allowed. I'm like, oh.
I mean, prom. I see like girls going to prom, and I love their fits, but I'm also questioning,
I never would have been allowed.
How are we allowing people to wear some of these
cleavage
things?
And a slit up to your hoo-ha?
Yeah, and like girls these days, I swear, like when we were 18, 17, 18, like nobody, even if we had cleavage, which neither one of us did, but it's like even if we had cleavage, we weren't allowed to show it. Like there was definitely guidelines of what we were allowed to wear. And now I feel like it's kind of a free-for-all. And I'm like, good for them. I love that. But
there's these girls on TikTok who are like flaunting their prom dresses. I'm assuming it's like a college formal or something based on the way they're dressed? All right. Well, okay. So you're talking about what it was like. I went to like one Catholic mass my entire life with my friend, and it was the most stressful thing I've ever done with all the standing and sitting and like, but like, I don't think I have any friends that I can talk to that went to like a Catholic school taught by nuns. What was that like?
It was, well, here's the thing. It was normal at the time because I started going to a Catholic school in kindergarten. So I grew up with nuns being either the principal or some of the teachers or, in office staff. But now when I look back on it, I realize a lot of things were very interesting. Like I had a teacher who happened to be a nun and was teaching sex education, which was definitely interesting. Sex ed
from a nun, I would like keep my eyes down to the floor the entire time.
Yes, it was so interesting. Like now as an adult, I'm like, wait, how are you teaching us sex education?
Some nuns have had, I think, don't they can have sex and then they give up sex at some point. Or most nuns are like.
I thought you're not allowed to have sexual relations as a nun or a priest.
Yeah, but I think once you turn into one, so maybe they like had a little experience with it before. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, it depends. A great
question.
Yeah, it depends, I guess,
Any nuns out there, let us know.
Yeah.
Do you get your cherry popped or not?
Where do they... Oh, my sister's going to love this episode because my sister went to a Catholic school too. Oh my gosh. But no, one of my fondest memories actually was in sex ed with a nun. I won't say her name because I think she might still be teaching at the school that I went to. But everyone was sitting there and she's talking about sex and why it's bad right now and you should wait until X, Y, and Z. But then at the end of it, she says to us, but if you are going to do this, go to Walmart and they have a blue light special and use protection.
I love that. That's great advice.
Until this day, I'm like, wait, you were telling us not to have sex, but then telling us to go to Walmart because there's a blue light.
What's a blue light special?
It's a condom.
Is it called a blue?
It's blue light condom.
Like a
but
blue
it was
light.
a blue light special
I don't
on
know about
condoms.
the blue light condoms.
I didn't either. None of us did. We were like, what the heck?
Are they still around?
I don't know. We should go.
They sponsor us?
Blue light condoms. Please sponsor Milk and Honeys. But it was just very confusing. Very confusing.
Did you feel like, again, just all I know from non-Catholic schools, like Immaculate, a movie you'll never watch, a Sydney Sweeney horror movie.
Yeah, no.
Is that nuns are like hard asses and they're mean and like very strict. Was that like how it was? Like, did they bring the law down a lot?
Most of them, yes. I did have this one principal though, and she actually was amazing. Like her name was Sister John Ellen, and she's still around. And I don't know if she still works at the school that I went to, but she is still around, and she actually was so sweet and would come in and do classes in a sense of teaching us how to like use our fork properly.
Etiquette
you know what I mean?
That's
etiquette classes. And there was one time where, long story short, we were in class and this girl threw a hot glue gun because we had to like finish up our project. So I asked her for it. And so she threw it at me. Till this day, I don't know why. And it went into my eye. And so the glue like hardened on my eye, and Sister John Ellen took me to the ER. Like she did not wait for anything. She saw my eye. She took me to the ER, called my mom. My mom left work, came, but she made sure to rush me to the hospital to make sure like I was okay. And I just remember like sitting in her car, which is so crazy because it's like at the time, I'm like, do nuns drive? But they do. Like I think it was like Toyota Corolla. And it's like, it was just,
nuns
no, but it was just like,
you
it's
never really
like,
see them?
I never see a nun
horse and a buggy
in a car. Yeah. I'm like, how are we getting there in her Toyota Corolla? And it was.
That sounds like a nun car.
Yes.
Very nun car.
And so I still to this day, if I could connect with her, I would. But besides her, every other nun that I was taught by, or like my sister and I were taught by, Yeah, it was pretty scary.
Sick.
Like there was this one nun, she was just so tall. She was like 6'2", and when she would get mad, her face would get so red, like it was gonna explode. And my sister and I, we still talk about her till this day because she was really scary.
Yeah.
And maybe because she was just so big, like so tall and red. I was like, are you sure? Like,
do you think like having like a nun like that or like a teacher like that has kind of framed any like thought process that you have now as an adult? Like,
absolutely.
Like the guilt and shame that maybe they bestow upon you at that age?
You know, I think I've done a lot of work so that no, that's not the case for me anymore. But I will say yes, obviously. Anytime I did anything or pushed a boundary or anything like that, that guilt does, or if you have like a really fun night with your friends and like maybe you had some, I don't know, 40s or something like that, but like that guilt comes back and you're like, oh, I'm not supposed to do that.
Or if you had sex and you're like, oh.
Yeah. Like I'm now going to hell because I'm having sex when someone's telling me I'm not supposed to be having sex. And so yeah, it does. And I know a lot of people who are still like super religious that went to that school, and I'm friends with a lot of them, and they're great people, you know, but it is that religious, that Catholic guilt, I guess people like to call it. But I'm sure it happens in all formats of religion. But for me, it was just, we called it the Catholic guilt because it's always,
talk about that.
It's always there, you know? And I mean, my family always gave, you know, all the money. They donated everything that they could donate, their time, whatever, but we never went to church.
Okay, you didn't really go to like the masses.
My dad was Baptist. My mom was Catholic, but like obviously they sent us to Catholic school for just the safety purposes, you know, like my mom grew up in San Francisco and was in the public school system, and during all the
I saw a lot that was going on.
Yeah, she went through a lot, especially as a Latin woman in a predominantly Black school, you know. So I think for her it was, let's just send them there because we know there's protection there. But yeah, every time we would go to church, which would be Easter.
Yeah. The good holidays.
The good holiday. Our family would walk in and the priest would literally look at my family and say, wow, it's so nice to have the Curry family grace us with their presence.
And you know what? And that makes us want to come back so much more. So thank you.
More.
Thank you.
But then they're like, thank you for gracing us with your presence. The basket? Money?
Money?
It's just,
that sounds about right.
You know, it's just, so yeah, it was a very interesting world to grow up in.
What advice would you give to like young kids, young girls especially, who maybe are entering into like the Catholic school space?
I guess I would say, what would I say to them?
And I'm sure there are positive elements to it, of course.
Of course. Yeah. Of course. I mean, like I said, I'm not very religious myself, so I'm more spiritual. So I do take things that I learned there and maybe not turn it into the same thing of how they wanted us to see it. But I do see certain stories from the Bible that I can relate to.
Of course.
Like maybe not necessarily it's something where it's specifically that situation happened, but I can see where, okay, I can use this in my life. So I think the advice I would give is when you're learning these things from people, your teachers, it's taking it as it comes and using it to your life as it's happening, you know? So, and not taking everything so literal. Because I do think in religion, a lot of times people do take things very literal.
Like no deviation.
And it doesn't have to be that way. Yeah. So that's the advice I would give them. Just don't take everything literal. Use those stories, take them and envision them how you would like to learn from that to be a better person. And a better person doesn't mean that you have to know the Bible front and back. Like, you know,
apply it to your life.
Yeah. It was
Catholic
crazy.
school.
I'm even wearing socks today because they have holes in them. This is
holy girl.
She's
okay,
holy. So don't judge
from her head, her shoulders, her knees, and her socks.
I realize that I have holes in these socks. These are one of my favorite socks. Like growing up, we had uniform, and
you wore the knee high socks, right? Or
no,
is that just
they would let us
the movies?
Those are just, well, maybe some schools. It depends on like what uniform you were given. None of my friends I remember wore like knee-high socks. Maybe like sometimes to be cute, but like it wasn't mandatory. But in the beginning of going there was no uniform for socks. So what I would do is wear colorful socks or patterned socks or, you know, like to show my personality a little bit. And then I was able to do that for maybe like 2 or 3 years. And then they put in a guideline that we could only wear white, black, or navy blue socks. And I was like,
kill
boring.
All the
fun. Okay. And I knew it was because of me. Because I was the only girl that really like wore.
She hiked up her skirts, wore colorful socks. She was the rebel.
Mm-hmm. I really was.
Were you the leader? Do you have like other little Catholic school girls following you?
I wasn't the leader, but I was in a group where like there were leaders in there.
Okay.
But I definitely wasn't the leader. There was like girls, some of my friends like growing up, like elementary, junior high school that were definitely more of a leader than me.
What are they doing now with their lives? Are they killing it in life like you
They are.
Oh,
I mean,
that's great.
They're not in the entertainment industry.
They weren't bullies. They were just leaders.
Yeah, they were just leaders. Like, you know.
We're not talking about like Regina George and Gretchen.
No. I mean, don't get me wrong. There was one time, and I still feel very bad about this, how I handled it. But I knew that there was this girl in school who was writing about people in our class, how she would want them to die.
Wow.
So
that's something.
I knew that she was writing this because I kind of saw it sometimes, like briefly. And so instead, and this is, you know, don't do this, okay, if you're listening, okay. I took her diary during recess and ran all the way to the blacktop corner. And me and my friends opened it to see what was said in there because I knew that we were all in there.
The Catholic school burn book.
Yes. And
literally,
some of the ways was like, I hope so-and-so gets hit by lightning, or like, I hope so-and-so gets ran over by a car, or like food poisoning, or crazy things, right? Granted, I should have told a teacher first and foremost. I should not have taken her burn book and let all of the girls in the class read it who are our friends. But at the time, I was in 7th grade.
Think you did a service. You were warning these people about their potential deaths that she was.
For sure. But I definitely should have just like handed it. Sister John Ellen actually was our principal. So I should have handed it to Sister John Ellen and said, hey, I don't want to steal from somebody, but this girl, I know there's things in here that we need to address. And she ended up getting suspended and I didn't, because I was honest. I said, I'm the one that took it and I'm sorry, but I was really concerned for my friends. Yeah. Like what we were, and it wasn't just my friends. She said it about like so many people in the class.
I hope she's okay to this day.
She is. I think we found each other like on Facebook years ago.
Okay.
And she's good. I think she's like super open sexually wise. Like she is a lesbian now. And I think, you know, she was just struggling with her own demons and going through things, and her being maybe having these feelings in a Catholic school and not being able to express them to anybody.
All that pent up like shit will definitely get you and manifest in its own way.
I understood like why now as an adult. I understand like she was just this was just her projecting.
She wasn't bringing a gun to school to shoot up the school. She just was like,
But again, but
who would have known? So I mean, it's
who
good
knows?
That like
So I do regret. I mean, not that I regret it. I wish I would have handled that a little differently. But just crazy.
I know.
Just crazy.
Oof.
You know?
It's
just a lot. And that was without social media.
Yeah.
But this is 7th grade, so there was absolutely no social media.
And that's the thing. We didn't have any of that back then. Again, we got bullied in real time, in real life. I don't know what's worse between like maybe cyberbullying and like real life bullying. I honestly think I prefer the real life bullying. Like, let's meet me in the playground and punch me if you want to, laugh about it, and then move on the next day, versus like the group chats and like the social medias and the creating the fake accounts and that stuff. I think I would like to see a study, research on like the suicide rates of young kids like then and now, based on like cyberbullying versus like real bullying,
suicide and depression.
And I feel like the cyberbullying days are way worse, I think, than what we went
it's
through.
just you have more time. Oops, sorry guys, I just hit the mic. I think you have more time behind a computer to really say what you want to say. And in person, sometimes you get riled up and you forget what you want to say.
Back then it was like, yo mama. That's all you had to say. Yo mama. You're like, don't talk about my mama. That literally was like the extent of our insults to each other.
I mean, in high school, hindsight, like in high school, when I did decide to go to like a public school for a little bit, and I had both. I had in-person bullying and cyberbullying, and they're both pretty up there. They're both pretty like.
I was allowed to have social media in high school. Like I think I got a Facebook towards the end, but like
this was MySpace.
I mean, I meant MySpace. Oh, okay, I was allowed to have a MySpace towards the end, but like, so I didn't really get to experience all of that.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
Yeah. No, it was bad. I mean, it was not fun. And like I said, I just think they have more time to be clever in their comebacks.
And create like an army. You know, I think that's what people can do is like, again, this mob. They can create all these people around you. Yeah. And so like, you know, Sydney Sweeney's of the world who does this ad, and before social media, it'd go on like a magazine cover and people would talk about it, but there's nowhere for it to go. Now she's like laying on her bed, scrolling through comments, and there's millions just saying she's ugly, she's whatever.
Yes.
It is a lot worse.
It's a lot worse. I agree. I totally agree.
Social media.
It's just crazy. But you, my friend, went to multiple different schools.
Yes, I did.
Growing up.
Yes.
I went to the same school from K through 8th grade.
Okay.
And then I tried going to a public school for 2.5 years. Didn't work out. Went back to private school. Catholic school took me back. Thanks. So I've known pretty much like the same people. Yeah. Kind of my whole life, kind of, you know. But what was it like for you to be bouncing around schools? Like, how many schools did you actually go to?
I was before foster care, I was 4th grade when I entered foster care. So my first 3 years of school, I went to a different school every year. So it was just like, never had friends, never had like a place, never had the identity. I was in Austin, Texas. There was like this big, like well-known all Black school called Barbara Jordan. Barbara Jordan is a famous, you know, historical Black woman. And I was the lightest skinned girl that went there besides my little white sister, Erica. And felt very out of place there because I, again, was light skinned at an all Black school. I'd try to like talk Black and be Black, which is, anyway, if you're mixed, you get it. And then we went to this other school called Whitestone, enough said in the name. And
I'm sorry, hold on, what was it called?
It was called Whitestone. So then I'm like, oh shit, I ain't Black no more. So then I turned into the white Kayla.
Oh, did you turn like the white country?
Listen,
slang?
I know how to code switch like you've never seen before.
Yeah,
it started before I was 4.
Oh my gosh.
And then I moved to the foster home, went to like the local elementary school, was there 4th, 5th, 6th grade. In 6th grade, I made cheerleader. This was like a big deal. But then like my 2 best friends turned on me that year. We got into this big fight. I got into like a fist fight on the playground. They were mad at me about some stupid shit. Like I wore like sexy skinny jeans to school. They thought I was trying to get attention. I'm
like we've talked about, you have a good ass. So they were just jealous of your ass.
I was 12. I had to show off my ass.
Yeah, you know, like hello.
Homecoming court was coming up. So my parents knew how like, upset I was. And they're like, you know what? There's a new Christian school opening up down the street, like 30 minutes down the road. Do you want to transfer schools? I'm like, yeah, whatever it takes, get me out of here. So then I moved to this other school, again, brand new school. It was all like in trailers. It was like almost like a trailer park schools.
Oh,
that was funded by the parents, basically.
Yes.
And
I just actually saw a meme yesterday that was like, they didn't even rebuild schools for us. They just put us in these things with like the ramps coming up.
That's literally what my school was.
Yeah, that's what they did for us too.
And the best part is on the way to school every day at the gas station next to the school, we picked up some fried frog legs. So I would have fried frog legs for breakfast.
Oh no.
No, they're good. I'll get you some fried frog legs and some boiled peanuts.
I don't want a ribbit. No.
A
ribbit? I do not want a ribbit.
We also have rabbit.
No,
you like a rabbit?
No.
Yeah, some rabbit stew.
They're just too cute. No.
I know, they are cute. Anyway, so I did went to that school.
Crying.
But then that school was an all white school. So I was one of 2 mixed girls that went there and we hated each other. That's a whole nother story. So yeah, I think my entire like school was just me trying to find my place and like not knowing where, like who I was or like what color I was supposed to be or how I fit in with these kids. So yeah, that was rough. And again, it was a Christian school. My foster dad was like the chemistry teacher there. His best friend was the principal there. And so I just felt I was constantly in this like, this bubble, this thing.
So when you were moving around like a lot, you said you weren't really able to make friends.
Not really. Like I always thought my very first friend ever was, well, two first friends, Lauren Knight and Chrissy Cleveland, and Ariel Wilkins, actually 3 friends. They came up to me in the 4th grade and they just kind of like took me under their wing. I think they knew about me because I was like this new foster kid. Like, everyone knew about the foster kids in the town, again, small town. And they took me, we're still friends. Well, me, Lauren, and Chrissy, we're still friends to this day. I was at Chrissy's wedding. So yeah, that was like such a big moment. Like as a kid, like I have friends now, and it is nice to look back and be like 25 years later, I still talk to, these people every once in a while.
That's the best part. Yeah. It's like, regardless of everything that we had to go through going to private schools, it is nice. I still am friends with people that I've known since kindergarten. It's crazy. Yeah. Since I was 5 years old, like I still know what they're doing. I've gone to some of their weddings. I've met their kids. Like, most of them have at least one or multiple kids now, and they're married.
And they're in school age now.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's important for like people going to school now is to like really try to find your little tribe.
Yes.
Because they, it can last for a lifetime.
Absolutely.
If you find the right people.
Did you ever like decorate your locker? Were you that girl or no?
I think so. I'm trying to remember. So again, I went to this Christian school that was so intensely Christian school. And I think we did like during homecoming week, we all got to like decorate our lockers. And I think I remember, I've been told a few times I was sacrilegious based on the way I like decorated or did my final school project. Like I did a rap. Like I rapped I made up a Christian rap song called Sippin' on the Word. Okay. I still remember all the lyrics.
Can we like have a preview of
Don't be sipping on the haterade, be sipping on the word. Be telling folks about Jesus, make sure everyone done heard about the great things he did and how he came to die so all of us could one day join him in the sky.
And that is Kayla Becker, everyone.
I did a whole music video where I got a bunch of Coca-Cola bottles and we took off the label and wrote beer on it. So I had all my friends like drinking beer and then did this whole like, very like, think Hinder or like, like the music videos from back in the day. And I thought I have it on a disc somewhere. And I remember the teacher, this old lady who was over the project, called my parents and told them to come in to look at it. They're like, this is very like inappropriate. And my parents like completely defended me. They're like, you can't tell. She did the project, very creative. And it was all about like Christianity and Jesus. Like, I think it's okay. But like, they don't know any Black people at this school. So they're like, rap music is the devil's music. And I'm over here like, don't be sipping on that haterade, be sipping on the word.
Oh, it's pretty catchy. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, honestly,
don't be sipping on the haterade. Be sipping on the word.
Be telling folks about Jesus. Make sure everyone down heard. And then they're like, oh snack, because I had some backup people. So our name spelled out snack, SNACK. So I was like, oh snack, that's right. No, we don't bite. We've been saved by the one who is called the light. He's been saving his people for ages and ages, but people still don't believe what's written on the pages. People been breathing in. I was good. Oh my God.
We need to record this.
I've done this since I was literally
We need to record this. I would not be able to tell, okay? We need to, could you imagine you go like viral on TikTok because we record and then we come up with like a little dance and then it goes crazy and you have a Christian album.
Sipping on the word. Well, and growing up though, all my parents let me listen to was Christian music.
For sure.
And so I loved rap and like heavy metal. So I found rap and heavy metal Christian artists. So I was inspired a lot by that.
That's amazing.
So when I put this together.
That's amazing. That right there is amazing.
That's a little bit about me.
I'm shocked. Like I'm shooketh, honestly. This is amazing. I wasn't expecting that.
It's not in the rundown.
It's not even in the rundown, but she gave it to us.
Talk about, oh, well, anyway. But no, honestly, that was a big part of like, okay, being brown in a white school and me leaning into that a lot did put a target on my back. So like people loved calling me like Mutt, the little Black girl, like the N-word. I had one of the worst things, like I was dating this because the boys liked me. The boys liked me because I was something different. And their parents would say things to them like, if you bring her home, there'll be 2 nooses waiting for you and one for her.
Oh my God.
I had a teacher, actually. I walked into a classroom. It wasn't my classroom. I just walked in. I was at an accident. He goes, hey, little black girl, get out of here. To where the senior like ran out and was like, are you okay? And he went to the principal on my behalf. Like, it was just such a like openly racist school to where I just never felt like, and this was like another me having a code switch again.
I'm so sorry.
No, I mean, thank you.
No, I mean, that's that. No one should.
But this is and that's what's funny. This was a Christian school.
Exactly.
And this is how I was treated.
It's supposed to be love and like all these things and blah, blah, blah. It's like, it's
send me back to the public school, please.
Do you think that like that environment like hurt your sense of identity? Or do you think being in that environment, you got to tell yourself, no, I know exactly who I am. I know that these people just don't understand me.
I mean, I think kind of both. Like, I think to this day, I still struggle a lot with it, my identity. Because I think I've never lived in a place where I was allowed to be. Like, I didn't even know I was not white until I was probably 7 and my sister's boyfriend called me the N-word. And I was like, what is that? And then I learned, oh, I'm actually black because all my siblings are white. So I just didn't know it was different.
Right.
And then yeah, having to code switch so much. And then I think it's helped me figure out a lot of things. Like, I know exactly who I am, but I do still find myself like being a chameleon when I have to be because it's so easy for me to be. And I wish it wasn't so easy sometimes. Like, I want to just be Kayla authentically 100% of the time. But I know like how to, if I'm put in a situation, I can be like, I can turn this part on. I can turn this part on, you know?
Yeah.
Which it's a blessing and a curse, but
for sure.
You know, it's
yeah,
work in progress.
Yeah, I think that is probably sometimes going to a school like that where you don't necessarily identify yourself as that.
Yeah.
It's like you have to put this on in order to get by and not get in trouble for certain things. So yeah, like you don't get to actually be yourself. You know? It is weird actually now that I'm thinking about it too. It's like I never wanted to get in trouble, you know? So I would try and do the right thing. Yeah. But that right thing is the right thing in their eyes.
Not for you.
Not for me.
Yeah.
You know?
Like with religion and like you said about like how we were taught in like a religious upbringing or schools about sex. Like I was forced or told I had to wear a promise ring. So we all did this whole like all the girls had to wear their little promise ring. Don't take it off till you're married. And then you give that to the man that you're going to give your flower to.
Wow.
Mine came off during ACT prep. 6th period when I was 15 years old, you know, like, but like these things that you like are trying to force kids to do based on religion. Like most of the time they're going to rebel against it. It's either going to happen at that age or 5 years into their perfect marriage when they're like, oh, I didn't get to live my life the way I wanted to do it.
Right.
I did it based on fear.
Right. That is
because religion is based around fear. You know
that yeah, like organizations like that is all based around that, right? It's based on making sure that we can have these people feel this way about this one entity. That's it. And if you don't do right by this one entity, then you're
doomed to hell. It's like everything is like don't like. Even like going off a little, you know, path, like suicide, you know, I feel like we see a lot of, you know, it's so unfortunate. It's really sad. And I've dealt with mental health issues. You know, we've all dealt with mental health and it's like, in Christianity, if you commit suicide, you're doomed to hell.
Right.
I'm like, that's so messed up to me.
Yeah.
Do you mean to tell me someone like, and that's just what you're taught.
Right.
In these like organizations. And it's just, or like being gay. Being gay, I talk to my gay friends about this a lot and they're like, do you think we choose this? Like, do you think we choose to be a gay man? Like, no one chooses this. Yeah. This isn't an easy life for us.
Yeah.
And so it's just so sad. God makes no mistakes. Well, then
and you're right. He doesn't, or they don't.
If that's the case, then leave my gay man alone.
Yeah.
He's gonna be right up there in heaven with all of us with the rainbow flags.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Like living it up. Like living it up.
Living it up.
But yeah, it was a very, I haven't like thought about that in so long. I just haven't thought about Catholic school in a very long time. But yeah, I mean, I will say yes, safety wise, sure.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. And then also being able to see being in a Catholic environment, private school environment, and then a public school environment, I saw the difference.
And you felt like it was
for me.
And you just
just the safety of it all. It's like if someone tried to jump me at my private school, you're gone.
You're gone. But in public school, it's like.
But in public school,
first warning, second warning, third warning.
You get suspended for a couple days, and then you're back. I'm like, now you're back at school with this person. You know?
Did you ever get suspended or in detention or anything?
Detention, yes.
You say all the time.
Not all the time.
Detention all the time. Sorry, Mom. What? Wait,
not all the time. Maybe it was just like, you know, it's funny. I can guess. You already know what it is.
Talking too much.
And
clothes.
Just one other. Clothes, not so much.
Skipping class. Making out with boys in the. Wait, were there boys there?
No.
Okay.
I mean, yes, there were.
Okay.
There were plenty of boys there. I actually had, I think, my first kiss at daycare. I was after school daycare. We played spin the bottle with a Coca-Cola with a
You were playing spin the bottle in daycare?
Yeah, we would go to the corner of the blacktop of the
you
basketball.
say blacktop.
So blacktop is they had many different basketball courts.
Okay.
And it's a black cement. So we would call it the blacktop.
Okay.
So yes, that's what I mean when I'm saying blacktop. It's not anything having to do with racial anything.
I mean, I didn't think that at all.
No, I know, but just for our audiences, that's not what I'm saying. But yes, we would go to the corner of the blacktop and we would take our little can and we would spin the bottle.
Oh my.
You know, because they didn't know. We were just sitting in a circle. They probably thought we were doing kumbaya or prayer circle. And no, we weren't doing a prayer circle. We were playing spin the bottle.
Oh my God. Wait, okay. So what did you go to detention for though? Well, I didn't.
Most of it was for being late, tardy, which, hello. That's why I was like, why didn't you say that first?
If she's on time, I'm like, wow.
I know.
It's like
I'm getting better. Even today, I was only 5 minutes late. I was only 5 minutes late, you guys. I was, and I'm getting better. I'm getting better.
This time next year, she'll be only 2 minutes late.
No, this time next year, I will be on time. I'm going to be 15 minutes early. I'm be like, Kayla, where are you? She's like, oh, almost there. I'm like, okay, great. I'm here. I'm sitting at the table.
Where are you?
I have our wine ready.
And I'm such a stickler for time. To a fault. It's too bad.
No, it's not.
No, but all my friends, every friend in my life, none of them are ever on time. And I am the most anal person when it comes to time. I am there 5 minutes early. I mean, most of the time, make sure I'm I think about parking and traffic. My brain is just like that.
Yeah.
And if someone is late.
Oh, I know.
I've had dates show up 5 minutes late or say they're 5 minutes late. I'm like, you missed me. I'm sorry.
She's sorry, I'm gone.
I know it's LA traffic rush hour, but you missed. I calculated it. I calculated what time to get here. Why couldn't you?
Oh my gosh. But yeah, that's probably why. But I wasn't a troublemaker in a sense of I was always getting in trouble. Were you? I don't think you were.
No, I got so we had funny, they called it ASS.
What is that?
After school suspension.
Ass?
Ass is
you
what they
literally had to go to ass?
had to go to ass.
You're going to ass.
Who named after school suspension? Yeah.
That's in.
But it was always for talking too much.
And was this at your Christian school?
I think we had ASS at the public school. We had ISS at in school suspension at the Christian school, which sounds a little close. Anyway,
hello, just call it detention.
No one ever called it that there.
That's insane.
Yeah, it was
interesting.
But mine was always for talking too much. I disturbed the class. And I'm always oh, well, it's funny. I turned that into a career because now I get paid to talk a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, back then they moved my desk outside into the hallway. And I'd have to stay there for that class because I was disrupting the class.
So AKA you're not learning anything. You're not even in class at that point.
You know what? If I'm an idiot now, I blame my teachers.
I mean, at least detention was after school. I wasn't missing school to go to detention.
I mean, what kid was mad that we were missing class? That's what was in school suspension. During school hours, we have to go to ISS. And I'm like, this is great.
I would have loved that, especially now
when you miss math class. Oh no!
When you have your phones, because we didn't have phones, so we're just drawing those
1, 2, 3, the
S's.
Yes. Or doing that game where you mash.
Oh my gosh, mash, marry. Who you're gonna marry? Your something spouse and then house. What was the A?
I don't remember.
Was it car? Automotive, automobile. So it was MASH, who you're going to marry.
What car you're going to drive.
Who you're going to, is your spouse.
No, because Mary is spouse.
Oh, you're right. S.
We'll have to we're going to look this up. Maybe we should play MASH.
Oh, career. Has to be something with career.
Well, how does that S?
I don't remember.
We'll look it up.
What's the S in MASH? Yeah, hold on. What is the S?
That's going to bother me.
What? Okay. What is the S in MASH?
MASH game.
Shack.
Oh.
Okay, wait. So
mansion, apartment, shack, house. Oh, so it was just like it was just what you're gonna end up in. A mansion. Oh wait, no. Living situation, spouse, number of kids.
Yeah, but but I feel like it was marriage, automobile, shack. I don't remember.
So yeah, it was
I guess
job,
not.
car, city, number of kids. But
yes.
Mansion, apartment. Oh no, because you did MASH, and that was just about what home you're going to be in. Then you had to do all these side ones. Job,
okay,
car.
got it.
We should play
okay.
next. We'll do this. We'll post this on our social media.
We'll do a MASH for sure.
Wait, do you know?
I do, yes.
What is it?
You got to pick each thing. So you pick like a good, a medium, and a bad.
Yeah.
Each subcategory, and then you pick numbers and kind of go around
and around. Okay, we'll have to play with you, so you can remember
yeah. Because
Alex, he's helping us.
MASH was so fun.
It was,
but yeah, that's all we had. We would literally
write notes to your crush.
Right. Oh yes, I wrote notes to like everyone, not even my crushes, like my friends. We would literally write to. I still have them too in a little
box of notes.
The most of them were with my friend Kayla Costas, and we'd call each other Pookie. And so like I have so many notes with her, and it would just be like to Pookie from Pookie. And it would be talking about things that we already talked about. Like
you had,
like, it was like that's all we had.
There was like texting and Snapchat back then, which now like no one writes notes. It's all Snapchat, and you had to run the risk of getting your note confiscated by a teacher, and then they read it in front of the class, which happened to me way too many times.
Yes.
I miss those days.
I know, I do, but I don't. I do, but I don't.
If we were starting school like now in 2025, what would be your biggest fear?
Social media.
Yeah,
that would be my biggest fear. I think there's so much pressure on kids these days. Like even my niece who's 9, she wants to put stuff, she wants to like always film stuff and post it. And I think she would be really cute on it and fun on it. But there is obviously my sister, my brother-in-law are very protective over her and my other niece also. But obviously Ellie's like 9, so she's a little older. And, anytime she's with me, she knows that's what I do for a part of my living. And so she always wants to film stuff. And I remember us doing a live on TikTok about brushing her hair. And I remember someone saying something, not necessarily about her, but like just like something negative. And I wanted to kill this person through the screen. And I realized, oh shit, like this is just what it is. Even with a 9-year-old, people are still going to have some shit to say, which is insane to me. So I think, what about you?
I mean, probably the same thing.
Yeah.
Like I'm a sensitive gangster, as they call it. Like I, try to play hard, but the stuff on social media is still like today I posted a thing like, hey, our legacy video. And I was like, hey, how do you want to like leave your legacy? And someone responded like, to not have shit stains all over my face like you. Because like this guy, he always comes after me about my freckles. He's so offended by freckles.
Wow, that is.
But initially I wanted to respond, but I'm like, but then why? Like, I think I get more compliments on my freckles than anything else. I know it was as a kid, it was my biggest insecurity where like I wanted them to go away. They weren't trendy back then. Now people are paying to put them on their face.
Right.
But like, I don't know if I was a kid and got comments like that, how I would handle it. Like it would have been really tough. And I'm glad we didn't have that.
That's
back
crazy.
Then. Okay, what advice do we give kids who maybe feel different at school? I think we both went through that, feeling different at school.
That's such a hard one because I would want to say just own it and know that we're all special individually. And so that maybe different thing that you do have is probably what's going to make you a lot of money down the line.
Exactly what I was going to say. Like all the different nerds, weirdos, ones who are made fun of, use that as your motivation and just take over the world to where like when you go home, they're like wanting to see you or take a photo with you or brag about the fact that they went to school with you while they're sitting on their couch, 300 pounds overweight with 4 baby daddies. Yeah. Personal experience. Yeah. I'm not saying everybody's like that, but like own it, make it in. Yeah.
Yeah. I
mean, make your life out of it.
Even like I've had a big butt my entire life ever since I was little.
No.
and people,
damn it.
No, but it's like, I used to want it to go away.
I know back then, before the Kardashians were around.
Yeah, like I wanted my butt. I was like, I hate my butt and da-da-da-da. Like, it's like, people always make comments on it. And now I'm like, and then it's like some people get offended when I show off my butt. I'm like, bro, do you know how long it's taken me to love my butt, to love my ass? Yeah, I'm going to flaunt it whenever I want to flaunt it. Yeah. And that should be okay. Like, you don't have to look.
Exactly.
You could keep scrolling.
Just be a hater, be jealous.
Like, it's okay. But that is crazy to me. Like, I used to just hate not my body totally, but my body. Yeah. Like that, it's always been there. I've always had a butt. And it's funny. It's like when the Kardashians obviously started becoming a thing back in the day, people would ask me if my butt was real or not. And I would be so offended, but
just like taken aback. Like, what?
Like, wait, like I didn't even understand that was
a thing.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, if you look at my 7-year-old photos, I've always had this little bubble butt, like always.
It is funny how like things like that you were bullied for, that I was bullied for now, are like I'm sure you still get asked. Like I got stopped on Sunset and someone's like, oh my God, like I love your freckles. Like, where did you get them done? And I'm like, what? Like what?
Yes. And our asses.
I know.
It's like, where'd you get it done? This ass from Louisiana, Baton Rouge, honey, because this butt is from my dad's side, okay? It is not from my mama's side. My mom's side of the family, they have no butts.
Thanks, Daddy.
Yeah, except for actually my cousin Carlotta, she has a big ass too. So we were the big booty girls, like me, my sister,
everyone
and my
was like
cousin.
mad, like y'all took it all.
Yeah, everyone else had no ass except for my dad's side. They all had big booty, big juicy butts, and I'm like, thank you, all my Baton Rouge family.
Okay, before we go, wait, what?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
What are you gonna do?
No, I was gonna ask you. No,
go.
I forgot.
Here we go.
Yep.
This is what happens.
This is what happens.
You go. I'll just do a rapid fire. I think I know the answers to all of this, but okay. If we had to go through having number 2 pencils and erasers versus iPads, what would you prefer having when you were growing up?
I love writing on paper, and that's probably because I'm a millennial. But
oh God, but now if I had an iPad back then,
I know. I love the feeling of like a pen to paper or pencil to paper.
But like writing, like I got issued sentences all the time growing up. I had to write like 100, 200 sentences. If I could just, you can't really do that with someone with an iPad now because you just copy and paste.
Exactly.
Do kids still write sentences?
I don't. Yes, they do. I was trying to think if I've seen my niece. Yes, she writes.
And she
still
write it.
Writes. Yeah.
But like, I mean like sentences like as a punishment.
No.
Do you remember doing that?
I don't think so.
Did you do that?
Yes.
Okay, so you know what it is.
I know what it is.
So kids don't do that anymore.
Yeah, and maybe that is the punishment though. Maybe they do that as a punishment.
That'd be a great punishment for these iPad kids.
Because they're so used to iPads.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, carrying heavy books versus
notes versus Snapchat.
Passing notes. There's something so sweet about
that. They're
that.
so sweet about like making it into a little triangle or something and like flicking it across the room.
Like a little frog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just like got it.
Or
and
just
then
like,
knowing.
Pass that over and then it passes over 3 rows.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it's fun.
I like
Snapchat is still scary too to me because in the beginning, especially when it was like
when there's a big leak. That's when I deleted mine back in 2012, 2012.
I mean, we should get back on it.
People are like making money off that shit. I didn't even know you could do that.
Yes.
I don't know. I think there's an age. I don't feel like I think I'm too old to be on Snapchat.
I don't think so. I'm gonna.
You do it and let me know how it goes for you.
Okay. I did try for like a second for like a couple of days and I was like, I'm just tired.
See, I wouldn't date a guy who goes on a Snapchat because I don't trust it. I feel like people be sending like some sketchy shit and like
they do
deletes and like.
Yeah, no, they for sure do, especially when it first came out. It's like, people were sending nudes left and right because it's gonna go away. Nothing goes away.
You can screenshot it
in the universe of the internet. It never goes away.
All right,
Never.
Being called up to the board, which I hated, especially like I had really bad sweat issues when I was younger. Like I always had sweaty armpits, and then you have to go up to the board and come finish the math problem. Versus like now, Zoom school during COVID.
I would have begged my parents to be in a Zoom school.
Right?
I would have begged them because I danced, right? So I had a community. It's not like I would have been this like homeschool jungle freak.
Yeah.
There's
nothing wrong with homeschool.
Oh, no. But I'm quoting Mean Girls if you don't know, okay?
But there isn't.
But there's a stigma behind it. But I still, to this day, like my sister and I talk about it. Like we would have been fine being homeschooled.
You had other people and
especially
friends.
if there was Zoom involved. Like, you know, back in the day, your parents would have had to homeschool you, or you'd have to have a physical person come and teach you.
Yeah.
Now, homeschool is so different. It's a Zoom. You can go on Zoom and you're just home doing school.
Interacting with,
Yeah, which I would have much rather of that, because I had anxiety. You asked me a question that I already know, like what research is. And like, I get so anxious in front of people sometimes, I forget the answer.
Yeah.
And in Zoom, I feel like, oh, I'm in my own space. I'm safe and I can say it. And even if they laugh at me, whatever, like I can't really see them.
Turn camera off.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Detention versus cancel culture. That's an easy one.
Detention.
Yeah. I would be in detention every day as an over getting canceled.
As a grown up, please put me in detention.
Yes.
Please tell me I cannot go to work.
And let me know. Like I will pass out. You won't even know. I'll like
nap. You know,
take a little nap
on the desk. No problemo. Turn the lights out.
Did you ever take naps like that? And then all of a sudden,
Bam!
No. I would twitch.
Oh.
And then what I would do in class is I would twitch and be like, what? I wasn't asleep. Like,
no, you knew I was asleep.
No, I was like,
my teachers would like slam the ruler on the desk and just, no. All right, recess drama versus group chat leaks. Again, I said it earlier, recess drama. I'd rather face-to-face bullying versus the cyberbullying stuff.
Yeah, I'd rather have a conversation.
Yeah. Or just punch me in the face once and let's move on. And then uniforms versus, being cute and aesthetic and having to like figure out your outfits. And don't wear skinny jeans at school and your friends are going to be mad at you. Or you just come to school all in the same uniform and then you can't really get made fun of.
I actually think I would still pick uniform.
Yeah. I mean, no, I wish I had that option.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I love being aesthetically pleasing in any way I can. But I do think I was tired. I did not want to have to think about my outfit.
And every night before I had to pick out my outfit for school.
I would rather have a uniform. Like, I knew I was wearing this skirt, this top, this sweater, or these pants, this top, this sweater, and these shoes. Whereas my high school, it was semi-uniform. So it was like you had to wear khaki pants. You could wear any color collared shirt, but it'd have to be collared shirt. Like, so then you're spending money for back to school clothes that like you don't really want to wear. Like I don't even remember the last time I've worn a collared shirt because like, or like those khaki pants because it's just like it's one of those things where, and then we would all show up wearing like kind of the same thing. I mean, me and my best friend would show up literally in the same thing sometimes. It'd be hilarious.
We shop at the same Aeropostale.
Yeah. Aeropostale, Hollister, and Abercrombie.
Yeah.
But like it couldn't have Abercrombie. It could have the little bird, but it like, couldn't have
the full name. That was so not fetch.
Yeah, absolutely not.
All right. Well, guys, that's a little bit of our we made school sound really bad. We didn't mean to, but it's one like, this is what
we're just venting.
I haven't had a good vent session about growing up in the school that I grew up in a while. So,
and honestly, like shout out to my sister because she was the one telling me you guys should talk about back to school.
Thanks,
because she, she's dealt with this a lot too, so she understands.
Well, do we have any final words to this new generation going back to school right now? Like you said, own your shit, do the work. Don't try to dumb yourself down to seem cool because that was really a thing back then.
I think that's over though. Thank goodness.
Yeah, like being dumb isn't like cute anymore.
I think
then.
Being smart is like
the new.
Is the new.
I would fail a test back then because I got like bullied for being the smart kid in class.
I wish I was bullied for being smart. No, I did my homework, but I got like C's. Like I said, if I got a C on a test, I'm not a good test taker, unfortunately. So
that's okay.
Yeah,
doesn't mean you're not
crazy.
smart. That's tests are hard.
And also, we wanted to give a shout out to Jay Balvin. He's giving back to the Latin community through his Vibra and Alta Foundation, which focuses on education and empowerment for the Colombian youth. And I just think that's really cool. I don't think a lot of people are talking about it, but he deserves his flowers because he really has taken a stance on trying to make a difference, especially from where he comes from, but not only from where he comes from, but shedding light on that with children all around the world. And so I just think that's really cool. And it's nice to see celebs who take the time to give back. And we know that they're extremely busy and their schedules are scheduling.
Want to focus on like the education of youth. And I think celebrities who do take that route he probably has some stories about growing up,
Yes.
as a, kid in this education system that we've had for the last several years.
Absolutely.
So yes, kudos.
So kudos. Thank
Very
you, J Balvin. Thank you for trying to change that. And, here we go. If I'm sure J Balvin drinks tea, and if he was drinking tea,
we're going right into it.
He would be using the best ingredients, which would be Vanessa Curry, myself, and Kayla Becker in his tea, and he would have the perfect tasting tea. So on that note, we will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye. Have fun in school, kids. Don't do drugs.
Don't do that. Oh God, dare. We should have gone on that route.
Oh fuck, we should have talked about dare.
I have that dare stuff.